Let's quickly shift focus to our first management. We have Avinash Godkhindi, the co-promoter, MD, CEO at Zaggle Prepaid Ocean Services. A slew of new order wins coming through. Two in particular that we'll try to talk about. Avinash, welcome. Good morning.
Good
Avinash,
morning.
let me first start off with the HDFC Life win. It's
Mhm,
a 1-year order win that you've done. I
mhm.
want to understand first off with regard to nature of services that you're going to be providing them and what component of these services constitutes your overall top line. Not just for HDFC Life, but for all the providers that you provide this particular service to.
Thank you, Harsh, for having me. So HDFC Ergo is the client, not HDFC Life. A small correction there.
Yes.
And HDFC Ergo, it's a year to begin with. This is our platform called Propel, which is our channel incentive platform, and it's one of our oldest, most stable products, which is also growing. And the whole concept is that as you have brands want their solutions or their offerings to sell, and to sell those solutions, they provide incentives to channel partners and employees, right? So this is about providing incentives to the channel partners, to their employees, to be able to drive traction. Overall, Propel is a very critical part of our business. And while it's been growing steadily at a larger base, we continue to see growth in Propel as such across different industries.
All right. Avinash, we want to understand that in terms of quantification, how much will this add to your top line, one thing? And secondly, what are the margins for this particular contract and how will it overall blend with your margins?
See, if you look at the last year the revenues were 775 crores. Propel Points, which is one of the lines of revenue in Propel, was about 422 crores. And we expect this to be a significant contract in the Propel business. Having said that, none of our customers or none of the industries, we have an industry concentration per se. And so this is not going to be like, a very significant number beyond that. But Propel as a line of business is very important for us. And this is going to be a significant contract within that Propel revenue, overall revenue.
Understood. And, Avinash, of course, contract tenure is just about a year, which is 31st August. It expires in 2025. How likely or, on ground basis, whatever precedents you have, how likely is this to continue to get renewed?
So let me put it this way, Harsh. Think of it from a HDFC Ergo's perspective or any customer's perspective, right? They have these channel partners that they need to incentivize every quarter. They'd use our platform, our solutions, our platform would integrate with their solutions. So if you're providing a good quality service at a reasonable price, in our businesses, you don't see companies churn. These are large companies which like to continue with partners. And our overall churn historically has been 1.5% for a year. And those have been typically SMB customers. So we anticipate or we hope that this contract would continue for a few years and get renewed in the coming years as well.
Understood. Avinash, you've also entered into a pact with Blue Star recently, and this is for employee expense management. Now, I want to understand that this particular contract is also for a year. Here also, I want to understand the details with respect to such contract and how much of a revenue addition, in terms of top line as well as bottom line will it make to your overall financials?
Actually, again, these contracts are for expense management for employees. These are and benefits. Very similar nature if the contract works well for them, because here we would have integrations with their systems like HRMS, ERP, etc. So if the product is working reasonably well for the corporate, we don't see churn in this line of business as well. Uh, Overall, again, very similar. Blue Star is a great name, a great a partner, but none of these customers that we're talking of are customers who contribute very significantly to our overall top line, which is last year 775, and this year we have given a guidance of 45 to 55% growth. So this is not going to be like 10% of our business. None of our customers are like that. That's not the nature of the business.
Understood. So granularity is what you're suggesting. Even though you're looking at a wider, or you're looking to increase the kind of net in terms of the number of customers you have, is that likely the way in which one should think of Zaggle?
So Harsh, we already have a base of over 3,100 corporate customers, right? And we keep adding about 600, 650 customers every year. That's the trend that's been there for the last couple of years. What's changed this year is two things. One, we are seeing addition of larger corporates, very large contracts. There are about 50 contracts in the pipeline. These are, fairly big names that we'll announce in the coming quarters. And we also see a lot of cross-sell happening within our existing customers. So you'll see a lot of revenue increase from the 3,100 plus corporates that we have in the coming years, because we are focusing on cross-sell. Our cross-sell percentage during the IPO was about 16. Now we are close to 20. We hope to, in the next 3 years, get to about 50%. And that's what we are pushing for. In cross-sell, we're defining as any customer who takes more than one of our products. We have three key offerings today. There is Save for employees. There is Propel for channel partners like dealers, distributors, agents. And then we have Zoyer, which is our accounts payable platform.
Right. And what would the mix be among these three platforms? If you can break it up for us. So maybe 770 crore, if I recall, FY24 top line. What's the mix like?
So Zoyer is our newest product, Harsh, and now Zoyer is contributing almost 40% of the spends. The other two are about 30 and 30. Zoyer has really taken off. We launched it last financial year. We started to clock revenues in Zoyer, and that has really taken off. Having said that, we are seeing very strong traction in both Save and Propel as well. And there's a little bit of spillover effect here. A company, wants to work with a single vendor, a single service provider for all their spends. And when they take one of these two products, one of these three products, we're now making it a point to try and nudge them to take at least one more.
Understood. And Avinash, you've also entered into a pact with FCM Travel Solutions. Now, this is for corporate travel services. So, I want to understand that, what is the nature of this contract particularly, and how is this going to aid your business?
Yeah, Rashmi. So, look, you are a customer as well. NDTV is a customer as well. And we have a lot of customers who want a single experience, a single app, a single dashboard, a single payment instrument, where all their employee expenses, travel, their benefits like a meal allowance, everything comes in the single ecosystem. Nobody wants to give multiple cards, multiple apps, multiple logins, multiple dashboards, right? Through FCM and other travel partners like we have with RIA and Ease My Trip and Yatra, what we are trying to create is a option set for corporates to work with different travel partners. These are great names with each one of these, including FCM. And we want to create an option for our corporate customers to choose who's the travel partner that they want to go with. In many cases, they already have made a choice, like they would have chosen that they want to work with FCM. We are already integrated with FCM, so it becomes that much easier for the corporate to just plug and play and introduce Zaggle as the expense solution and FCM as a travel solution.
Understood. So this just adds another vertical to the expense solution. Is that how one can look at this particular deal?
So Harsh, basically we already have a bouquet of travel partners and solution providers on the travel side, right? As I mentioned. And FCM is a great addition to that list of partners. And the whole idea is to give the choice to the corporate, and they can choose who's the travel partner that they want. And if we are already integrated with that travel partner, the go-to-market, the GTM becomes much faster, right? Travel has been an integral part of our expense management solution, and we keep building capacity through partnerships and through building, technology in-house for this purpose.
All right, and Avinash, you've guided for doubling your revenues by FY26. So first off, I want to understand that what will be the key drivers of this growth, first thing. Secondly, which specific business segments do you expect to contribute the most? And do you think that you will be exceeding the guidance that you've already given?
We hope to. We obviously hope to, and the signs are looking good because we grew 113% last quarter. So we hope to exceed our guidance. Basically, the drivers are very simple: deeper penetration in existing corporates, more spend from existing users, more customers, more users. We have broadened our solution set through Zip, which is our Zaggle international payments offering. So we're now offering Forex solutions to corporate customers. We are offering fleet solutions to corporate customers, in addition to Save, Zoyer, and Propel. So it's trying to capture spends 360-degree, all your spends as a corporate. If they're flowing through the Zaggle platform, you get a unified view of where are you spending, why are you spending, how can you optimize on that spend.
Okay, and with regard to just international expansion, not seen much on that count. You were planning to do that the last time we had a conversation. So what's the update like over there?
So as the saying goes, the swan or the duck looks very calm on the top, but there's a lot of paddling below the surface on the water. So we're doing a lot of work on the international piece below the surface. And in the coming quarters, you'll hear from us about what we are doing. We've already given a clarity that we're looking to enter the US. That's the chosen market, but we're doing some very detailed study both on the product market fit as well as the go-to-market strategy for the US. Getting your ICP right and ideal customer profile right, and your product market fit and your GTM is essential to win in the US market, and that's what we are working on, Harsh.
All right. Well, Avinash, thank you so much for giving us those insights on Zaggle. Very interesting company. And thank you so much for taking out time and speaking with us at NDTV Profit.